What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Pokemon Black and White 2. In the last episode, we continue through the White Treehollow, completing Area 5, and now the second elevator is open so we can challenge Area 6, where we're going to start running into multi-floor areas as we try to track down further boss trainers. And we are hitting the point now where we're going to start going up against trainers that are right around the exact same level as my team. All the trainers in this next area are levels 63 through 65. My team has, for the most part, gained anywhere from 2 to 6 levels while challenging all of these floors. So everyone's looking pretty darn good right now. They're all pretty much parity. Remember, Jack is level 66, so everyone's trying to catch up with Jack at the moment, and I think we're going to be able to save using him until after we're out of the White Treehollow, so that's good. But we got this last area to head into. We're going to see if we can complete it today, but given how long these areas are starting to get, this might take more than one episode. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to commit to finishing Area 6 in this episode no matter how long it takes, because then we can move on from White Treehollow in the next episode. Does that sound good? I think that's a fair idea. So let's do this thing. Area 6. Cover your Pokemon before you start the challenge. You look all ready to go. Best of luck in there. Let's do this thing. So I am going through all of this blind at the moment, doing the best that I can. Like, I've never really challenged all of this before, and my team is doing pretty good so far. Very good so far. But look who's waiting for us here in Area 6. Oh, hey, you made it this far, huh? You and your Pokemon should make a great team. I'll tell you, it's the teamwork between humans and Pokemon that brought the world to where it is today. Throughout history, we've complemented each other to overcome all obstacles. Might be that this place exists so we can experience that history firsthand. See you around. Thanks, Banga. All right, hopefully we'll challenge you in Area 10 somewhere down the road in this Let's Play. But for now, let's head on through. All right, so we're immediately starting with a battle girl who tells you if the trainer is male or female, and then a janitor who tells you how many trainers are in the room with the gate trainer. Let's start with the janitor. Get to work here. See what a veteran's moves are all about? I guess they'll give you a demo. So like I said, a lot of the Pokemon we're going to be fighting now are around the same levels as my Pokemon, which is going to make things tough. Pretty darn tough. Janitor Yoshi. Gonna start off with a Fortress, huh? Oh, man, I kind of wish I had Zoroark out in front for this, but oh well. Steel and Bug. Can I get away with a Rock Slide here? Let's see. No. Okay, it did flinch it. That's good at least. And Earth Power wouldn't be any better. I'm really afraid to swap here though to anything. Let's go to Johanna. Let's go to Johanna for this. Do a little bit of swapping here. Not the greatest first impression, but whatever. Magnet Rise. Okay, it makes sense that it used that against Farina, but I didn't anticipate it, but I beat it anyway. Hopefully this Heat Wave is enough to take down this Fortress, because special defense is not its forte. Here we go. All right, some good experience. And then on to Wheezing. So I will stick to Johanna, even though this thing might end up poisoning me again like it did in the last area. We'll try to Psychic this thing. Hopefully knock it out, but it probably won't. Yep, it has the stupid berry again. Gosh dang it. Sludge Bomb. Hope this doesn't poison. Good. Okay, we're in the clear. Now we can finish this fight. Decent amount of damage, but that's okay. So this is definitely going to be the biggest challenge of all the areas yet. I mean, obviously, they only escalate in challenge, but in particular, this is the only one that's actually going to be doing really anything to sway me. The gate trainer you ask is a secret, but here's a hint. Try a room with 2 people in it. Okay, so it could be this room, but I really doubt it is. So let's continue. Because obviously this stuff is randomized to a degree. Ooh, we got a nurse here. I'll save the nurse battle. The Pokefan lady tells us whether the trainer is standing, walking, or sprinting. Better let my Pokemon out of their Pokeballs pretty soon. Here we go. Time for some exercise. All right. Yeah, I'll save the nurse because I know the nurse is a super easy fight, and if I ever need to, I can backtrack. I really doubt they're going to be throwing anything super powerful at me. Watch me be completely wrong. Clefable! Okay, well, Clefable is actually a little bit defensive, so this might be a little bit of a workhorse to get through. Let me try a Rock Slide to see if I can't cause it to flinch a couple of times. Nope, that's going to be a Psychic. That's going to hurt. I mean, it's just a strong move in general. Let's go back to Stab now. See how much this does. And if this whittles it down enough, I can then follow up with Dragon Claw. I think Dragon Claw should knock this thing out. So we are taking a little bit of damage here, but I'm reasonably confident that I can still get through most of these Pokemon no problem. Obviously, the boss trainer is going to be the toughest part. There we go, level 65. Good for you, Farina. And then Aloma Mola. Okay, we will definitely switch on over to Kamina for this one. Not going to play around, just going to take you out. Makes it so much easier. Okay. So, let's get you a Thunderbolt. Actually, I already forgot the janitor's hint. Gosh dang, it was 2 people, right? I think it was 2 people. Almost positive it was. Of course, it has the berry again. There we go. But almost still knocked it out, and it wasted its turn using Aqua Ring. So, doesn't even phase me in the slightest. Just Thunderbolted again. Probably could have gotten away with using Signal Beam or Shadow Ball there even, but I wasn't going to take that chance. You can't really take chances in battles like these. Once it starts to actually get difficult, you can't really play the Power Points game. You just need to do whatever it takes to knock out every Pokemon as quickly as possible. Okay, there's a secret. The Gate Trainer is walking around while looking all about. Okay, so they're doing like the little dance thing, which makes sense. I gotta remember where the nurse is. It's not going to be either of these two, but there is a Pokemon breeder here, so I do want to fight them very, very badly. I will just have Farina lead. I think that'll be more than fine, because I am not taking or missing this opportunity. Unfortunately, his hint is going to be useless, but whatever. It's okay. All right, what do you got for me? You have leading with Chansey. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So I think I'm going to try to hit you with the Rock Slide on the off chance it doesn't knock you out, at least flinch, because these aren't super effective. So there's a possibility it could survive. Again, that HP is insane. But you never know. Nope, still goes down. Okay. Was worth checking. That's a lot of experience. And Blissey! Let's go! Oh, that's going to be a lot of experience for Farina. Probably going to push him all the way to level 67, honestly. But we'll see for sure here. Blissey might be able to survive this. Maybe. Nope, still not. Wow. Such easy experience. Okay, 16,000. Yep, all the way to level 67. Holy crap. That was a lot. This is why we want to find these Pokemon breeders. They are a godsend in the experience department. Tyrannosaurus Nurse to the west of here. Okay, I already knew that. All right, let's continue. Looking for trainers with 2. This one is looking all about and moving around. That's another Pokefan, so I'm going to pass on them. They literally give me a hint that's useless. I guess the point of those rocks is to kind of corral you in to make it so that it's harder to get around them. So that kind of makes sense. Walking around and looking about is what this guy is doing. What does Roughneck do? Whether the Gate Trainer is higher, lower, or on the same floor. That actually might come in handy. Before I battle this person, though, I am going to take this Lucky Egg and switch it with Challenger and see if I can get some experience in this fight. So let's do that. Let's talk. Now, watch out, I'm not like the other Roughnecks in here. All right, well, I don't know how you're different, but I guess we'll find out. And see if we need to go up a level or not. If we need to go up a level, I'll just concede to the heal with... I mean, this we know where at least the boss trainer is. Ooh, that is not the Pokemon I was hoping to run into here. I guess I'm just going to go to the nurse after this anyway, so let's just go all out with Superpower, I guess? Again, not the Pokemon I wanted to run into at all. Come on. Yes! Good job. A way to take it out in one shot, Challenger. So we're fine. Luckily, we were able to survive that little encounter. But next up is Levani. Oh, no, I'm just going to keep Challenger out. You kidding me? You kidding me? Why would I even switch? That would be stupid. Just Brave Bird it. There. Okay, that was actually a very easy fight after all. Going to lose a chunk of health, but that's all right. So yeah, it's about a quarter. You see I'm different from the others. I'm nowhere near as strong. Okay, well, that's a very self-deprecating dude. Saw the Gate Trainer down below a bit earlier. So we know where the boss trainer's at in this Roughneck room, so we're going to have to backtrack to them. Let's just avoid this Baker here. You know, I think I'm actually going to skimp on the nurse for the time being. Let's just, let's try to go around her really quickly, because we are going to come back here anyway. Avoid the Battle Girl, and let's just go up. Okay. So let's go take the, so we take the elevator down, right? B7. Okay, cool. Find out what's in here. All right. Now, are they directly below the roughneck? I guess they wouldn't tell us for sure. They just know that it's down a level. Okay. Ooh, we got another nurse. Okay, well, screw it. Might as well. I can go back to the other nurse before. I didn't know could be more than one nurse in this entire thing. I guess it's per floor. So that kind of makes sense, but... Nurse Sloan. And yeah, see, she's not even throwing out like fully evolved Pokemon, so why would I ever worry? It's very simple. And I'm just going to go ham on these Brave Birds because I'm going to get healed after this fight anyway. So what is the point in doing anything else otherwise? Sure, and then they're also with another Pokefan lady, which I don't really care about. Beartic, I'll just do the same thing that I did before. Okay, so you do have a fully evolved Pokemon, but Superpower should deal with this thing. No issue. So like I said, they are walking around, kind of looking around. I think they're doing basically the same motion that the nurse and the Pokefan are doing right now, so that kind of makes sense. Level 67 for Challenger. Look at this. The whole team, man, is just gaining levels so fast now. And that's the other reason I kind of don't want to go to the next areas. I almost don't want to overdo it before we go to the other areas. Yes, please. I will take those heals. Still got a long road ahead. Good luck. Okay, so yeah, I think that motion right there is exactly what we're looking for in a room with 2 trainers. Which actually, the Pokefan could be the gate trainer now that I think about it. Falling off the deep end to look out? Nope, never mind. Well, I was hoping. I was like, nah, that kind of actually makes sense, but nah, maybe I should have like tried to find a better hint or something instead of just taking a chance on it. That's all right. Kangaskhan. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is actually kind of a rough encounter here. Hi. I'll just try this, but I really... Oh, fake out, huh? It's okay. We still have that other nurse. We'll be fine. We lose some Pokemon along the way. We're going to have them all before we get to the boss trainer, so that's good at least. Let me just superpower you. Thank you. We're going to manage to knock you out in one shot. I'll probably pull the Lucky Egg off of Challenger after this fight. Onto Alomomola. Okay, back to Kamina we go. Why the heck not? And I'm just going to hit you with... You know, I'm going to assume you have that stupid berry again, so I'm going to try to Thunder you. And it missed. Aqua Ring. Okay. Let's try that again. Thunder once more. Nope, didn't have... Well, actually, I don't know yet. Do you have the berry? You do! I knew it! I called it. Still knocked it out! Holy crap, Kamina! This is why we went with the Thunder. I'm sure it would have survived Thunderbolt if I had opted for that instead. Hey, I love to see it. Atta girl. Atta girl. She has honestly been, like, low-key the MVP of my entire team. All right, let me try going down here instead of chancing the janitor. That's another Pokemon breeder. So I think I'm going to battle them. Okay, who am I going to put in the front here that actually can do physical damage? I could go with Tomoe. Let's go with Tomoe. Because I don't want to use Farina or Challenger again because they're already my strongest Pokemon. Let's battle you. Good job making this far. I'm the gate trainer. Yes. Okay. Awesome. 2 for 1 right here. We're going to get to battle some Chansey and Blissies. Chansey or Blissies, possibly. And then also be able to go back and heal up and fight the boss trainer. Blissey! Yes! Okay, I do have one physical move. We'll see if it's enough to knock this Blissey out, even though it's non-stab. So here we go. Don't want to be using special moves on these things ever, under any circumstances. They are too tanky for that in that department. Hey, it did actually survive. So there is that. And that Charge Beam actually could have done an okay amount of damage, but we did knock it out. So there we go. Tomoe, you're going to love this. Holy crap. At least midway to level 68, right? Okay, just a little chunk. But hey, we'll take it. I don't think... Is this going to push Tomoe to level 68? I guess we'll find out. It's probably going to get... I think it's going to fall... She's going to fall just short. That's my guess right now. We will see. Knocked out. There we go. 11,000. Oh, just barely got it. Okay, awesome. Yeah, literally by a sliver. We will take that. All right, so we know where the boss trainer room is already. Open up the gate. I do the zoom in to not show where the trainer is in the room is very, very deceptive. Boss Trainer is your next opponent. You can find the Boss Trainer on level 6. Good luck. All right, back up we go. So let's avoid the remainder of these trainers as we make our way back that I don't want to battle. Well, I guess I battled both of those two anyway. So now we need to go and actually fight the nurse that's in here. Not because I necessarily have to, honestly. I just think it would be better safe than sorry. Because, you know, it's a free heal. I'm not going to pass up on that. I mean, basically a free heal. Get around that battle girl there. So do you have to walk directly in front of the trainers to... Well, I wasn't able to answer my question there. So I guess the nurse does follow you. Okay, that does kind of make sense. But okay, let's see. Ooh. I'm now looking at what the boss trainer's Pokemon are going to be, and I'm trying to just see how I can actually deal with this. Is it cheating to be looking this up? I mean, kind of, I guess. Why did I do that? I should have used Scald here. That was dumb. Slam. Let's use Scald and see how much that does. I guess it's kind of technically cheating, but I also kind of don't care. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like a real huge deal to me because I would, you know, honestly, like I like to kind of know what I'm in for when I'm going up against some of the higher end stuff. And not like I couldn't do this on my own, but obviously there is, I guess, a trainer that's supposed to give you a hint as to what one of their Pokemon is. So it does kind of bypass that a little bit. And I also know that all these Alomomola are carrying these stupid berries, and Man Thunder is now only hitting 50% of the time. Actually, less than 50% of the time at this point. Oh my gosh. Well, I can't do anything, so I guess I'll just Shadow Ball. It's going to miss. We'll see how much this does. Probably not a ton of damage. I did beef up Kamina's defense as much as I could. Now it finally hit. Thank goodness. And there's that stupid berry, like I expected. But we should be able to still be... Oh, no! Oh, so it was by just a sliver. Man. All right. Well, just to add insult to injury here, I'm just going to Shadow Ball you because I can. I don't even want to Thunderbolt you. It's not worth my time. There. All right. So now we're going to get the heals, and then we're going to jump into this fight. And I'm going to have to make a decision on how I want to do this fight. Because every single Pokemon in this fight is higher level than anyone on my team, which will make this very, very interesting. I'm probably going to end up just going with a different Pokemon for each one anyway. So whoever I give the lucky egg to is kind of a crapshoot. I guess I'll start with Farina here. Yeah, I'm going to start with Farina for this fight. And let's do this thing. So we're going to head on over this way. Make sure I don't get into a fight with the Baker here. I don't really care about the Pokemon Breeder because I already fought them. And I also already fought the Roughneck. So in we go. What a kid like you doing here. You'd better be serious if you plan on battling in this area. Go back to Area 5 if you're looking to play with the other kids. Oh, so you're seriously aiming to advance to the next area, eh? All right, I'll see if you got what it takes. Bring it on. All right, let's fight Boss Trainer Frederick, who, much like all the other boss trainers, has 3 Pokemon, and his lead Pokemon is going to be Togekiss with a Salac Berry, which doubles its speed, or I think it sharply raises its speed if its HP drops below 1/4. This thing has Air Slash, Aura Sphere, Extreme Speed, and Encore. I'm going to try to Rock Slide this thing because it has worse physical defenses than special defenses, and I'm also going to try to see if I can flinch this thing a couple of times, but man, is this thing powerful. It doesn't have any ice or dragon moves or anything of that description, so hopefully I can knock it down. There's that flinch I was looking for. Hopefully this outright knocks it out and doesn't trigger the Salac Berry, but we will see. And no! That's what I was trying to avoid. Okay. Raise its speed. Now it's going to Air Slash, so it is for sure faster. I am going to have to sacrifice Farina here. Yep. And it also used Extreme Speed, too, for extra measure, so I don't even know if I still had the advantage or not, but I probably didn't. So there's that. It doesn't really have anything that can mess with Kamina too hard. So I'm just going to switch to her and just Thunderbolt this thing just to make sure it goes down. We're still faster. Okay. Yeah. Kamina's so quick. There's a possibility Farina could have been quicker without that extreme speed there, but we got it. All right, next one is going to be Rampardos. I am definitely going to switch back to Tomoe for this one. Obviously, just a rock type, all attack, nothing else. We should still be faster than it, though, because its speed is not too impressive. It has a Choice Scarf, which does... Oh, that actually does increase its speed, though. Oh, boy. It has Head Smash, Outrage, Zen Headbutt, and Earthquake, and then it also has Mold Breaker. I'm going to use... Yeah, that's going to be an issue. I probably should have just used a Hydro Cannon outright. Let's see. That's a lot of freaking damage. It did get a lot of recoil damage, though, so maybe the Scald will be enough to take it out. Guess we'll find out. And, yep, there we go. Good stuff, good stuff. All right, for the last Pokemon, I am definitely going to switch to Challenger because it's a Heracross and one Brave Bird. We'll take care of this thing, no problem. We should be faster than it, too. It also has a Flame Orb, which gives it its ability Guts. Now, Guts is kind of terrifying because it does make this thing an extreme powerhouse, but it also puts it on a time limit. It's not going to activate just yet, though, so let's hit it with the Brave Bird first. It's faster. Holy crap. Was not expecting that. Luckily, we should be able to survive that as it lowers its defense, and down it goes. It has Close Combat, Mega Horn, Night Slash, and Aerial Ace, but we got it. Yikes, I didn't like that. I didn't like it being faster. I was not expecting that in the slightest. And, oh, Challenger barely survived on the recoil there. That could have actually been... I didn't want him to lose out on the experience. I give up. I give up. You win. I guess age doesn't matter when it comes to Pokemon strength, but you better keep your guard up. The trainers up ahead have dedicated their lives to battling. I look forward to seeing how far you can go. All right, we've done it. So the next area is going to have Pokemon whose levels range from 65 to 68. So that's a little challenging at this point, but the boss trainer is obviously going to have Pokemon that are at level 71. So I'm going to pass for now. Also, a Muscle Wing? Really? That's way worse than a Vitamin. Also, challenge area 7 now. Good luck in your future challenges. Thanks. I'm going to pass for now. We are going to move on from the White Treehollow, starting with the next episode. But you can see we've at least unlocked two shops now. This one wants... What are they going to sell? The Water Stone. Yeah, no, I'll just pass on that one. So I think my team is all healed up after the White Treehollow anyway, so we should be good to go. The next episode, we're going to move on from White Forest, and we're going to be heading off to the next route, which I believe is Route 15, heading on towards the Marvelous Bridge, which will then lead us, I believe, back towards Nimbasa City. So with all that said, thank you guys all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode very, very much, and I will see you all in the next one.